foreign show. We'll be seeing you on that foreign show. We'll be seeing you. We'll be seeing you every Friday here at TFS. That foreign show. We'll be seeing you on that foreign show. We'll be seeing you. We'll be seeing you every Friday here at TFS. That foreign show. We'll be seeing you on that foreign show. We'll be seeing you. We'll be seeing you every Friday here at TFS. That foreign show. We'll be seeing you on that foreign show. We'll be seeing you. We'll be seeing you every Friday here at TFS. That foreign show. We'll be seeing you on that foreign show. We'll be seeing you. We'll be seeing you every Friday here at TFS. That foreign show. We'll be seeing you on that foreign show. We'll be seeing you. We'll be seeing you every Friday here at TFS. That foreign show. We'll be seeing you on that foreign show. We'll be seeing you. We'll be seeing you every Friday here at TFS.
Las opiniones expresadas en este programa son responsabilidad exclusiva de quienes las emiten y no representan necesariamente el pensamiento o alguna posición oficial de este medio de comunicación.
ADR Networks presenta.
This is Celestine Angel.
And I'm Isaac Crouch.
And this is...
On that foreign show.
Beings all the time, right? Now the problem with caffeine and things like that is, yes, you get a boost, right? It gets you productive for a while, but then there's a crash, right? So essentially what happens if you're drinking caffeine every day is you're essentially managing your crash, right? So you're kind of riding that wave of up and down, right? Overall, not very good. not very productive. It doesn't. You don't feel relaxed. You know, you're constantly in a fight or flight mode, which is good if you're like, for example, going to hit the gym and stuff. But in my experience, guys, if you get yourself in a relaxed kind of state and get your motivation up from that relaxed state, I feel like it's more powerful. You know, what I mean by get your motivation up is be in that relaxed state, and from there motivate yourself. You know, like. Instead of like, oh, okay, I need to go to the gym. Let me go get a coffee. You drink a coffee and then you feel that boost. You feel that buzz. You feel the adrenaline, you know. Then you hit the gym. Somehow, it's fine, but as a long-term solution, you're going to feel the effects after a while. You're going to put yourself in sleep debt, you know. Like I've done a bit of research about this when we were putting the products together. And a lot of people actually suffer from sleep debt. We have all of the statistics and everything on the site. Go check it out. Go check it out, guys. I don't want to get too much into this because, you know, it's an exciting topic for me. Getting your productivity levels up is something that I'm kind of passionate about. So yes, I don't want to get too much into it. Go check it out. That's the site right there. And go check it out and check out the once you get in, just put your country in there, right? US, your country in there, and certain products are available in only certain countries, right? Like in Mexico, you will be just you put on. You can also get the cloud diffuser as well as the essential oils. All right. Now let's kick things off with today's show. I'm very excited about today's show because we have a very special guest. All right, we have Angel Strife. Now, let me break it down for you guys, right? He's a Venezuelan singer and producer. All right, he's going to join us and he's going to talk to us about making music in Mexico as a foreign artist, right? And he's also going to talk about the challenges and opportunities of the Mexican music scene. Now, this gentleman has been on La Voz, and he has also worked with a lot of different artists. He's also mentored some artists as well, you know, and he's also dabbled a bit in production as well. And we have him right here. What's up, brother? Welcome to the show.
Hey, what's up, bro? How is everyone doing?
Yeah, we're good, man. We're good. Thank you for coming on the show, Mr. Angel. We're telling guys about you, that you're a musician, you know, you're a producer, and can you tell the people about your you don't feel relaxed. You know, you're constantly in a fight or flight mode, which is good if you're like, for example, going to hit the gym and stuff. But in my experience, guys, get yourself in a relaxed kind of state and get your motivation up from that relaxed state, I feel like it's more powerful, you know? What I mean by get your motivation up is be in that relaxed state and from there motivate yourself, you know? Like instead of like, oh, okay, I need to go to the gym, let me go get a coffee. You drink a coffee and then you feel that boost, you feel that buzz, you feel the adrenaline, you know? Then you hit the gym. Somehow it's fine, but as a long-term solution, you're going to feel the effects after a while. You're going to put yourself in sleep debt. You know, like I've done a bit of research about this when we're putting the products together. And a lot of people actually suffer from sleep debt. We have all of the statistics and everything on the site. Go check it out. Go check it out, guys. I don't want to get too much into this because, you know, it's an exciting topic for me. Getting your productivity levels up is something that I'm kind of passionate about. So yes, I don't want to get too much into it. Go check it out. That's the site right there. And go check it out and check out once you get in, just put your country in there, right? US or Mexico, all right? Put your country in there. And certain products are available in only certain countries, right? Like in Mexico, you will be able to get the Sleep Boost package. You can get the sleep patches, which are stickers you put on. You can also get the Sleep Cloud Diffuser as well as the essential oils. All right. Now, let's kick things off with today's show. Now, I'm very excited about today's show because we have a very special guest. All right? We have Angel Strife, all right? Now, let me break it down for you guys, right? He's a Venezuelan singer and producer. All right, he's going to join us and he's going to talk to us about making music in Mexico as a foreign artist, right? And he's also going to talk about the challenges and opportunities of the Mexican music scene. Now, this gentleman has been on La Voz, and he has also worked with a lot of different artists. He's also mentored some artists as well, you know, and he's also dabbled a bit in production as well. And we have him right here. What's up, brother? Welcome to the show.
Hey, what's up, bro? How is everybody there? You hear me?
Yeah, we're good, man. We're good. Thank you for coming on the show, Mr. Angel. Welcome. All right, I was just telling the guys about you.
Huh?
You know that you are a musician. You know, you're a producer. And can you tell the people maybe a bit about your story? You know, like how did you get into music and how did it come about?
Yeah, sure. Well, first of all, thank you for the invitation to the show. And yeah, I mean, I was born in La Guaira, Maiquetía, Vargas State, Venezuela.
Venezuela, right?
1 5 of May, in the 93. And I raised in an island with the name of Margarita. My musical training started at the piano school of Micaela and Margarita Contreras. She was my piano teacher, you know. And well, I would spark a deep love for music later of this amazing experience in the 2008. I began my career with rock project at the New Spartan circuit, and over time I explored other genres like R&B, soul, alternative pop, and alternative experimental music too. And
Yes, brother. That's one thing. Sorry to cut you off, but you know that's one thing about you that struck me is like you're really into soul and you know like R&B and what led you to choose that, or how did that happen?
Well, I think this happened in 2017. I decided, to move to Mexico with a multi-winner Grammy award with the name of Pasillo, Aureliano Mendez. He was the producer of Calle 13, and he made a really hit in that moment with the name of Pal Norte, another song with the name of Tango del Pecado. And with this guy, he helped me, to drown the cultural diversity of we bring from Venezuela, like alternative artists together. He wished incorporate into my sound that fidelity of R&B, soul, and lo-fi quality. And so with him and my vision at that moment, and some highlight in my early career includes um, another like deep connection with this kind of music like shaggy, experimental, lo-fi, and all that. And later this began to be like a mix. And I think was later of a couple of like early Venezuelan in the 2000s, yeah, in 2000.
That foreign show. That foreign.
This is pretty stressful, because it's like ego, suburb, and a power of they have, and obviously
Hey,
we are
guys.
we are totally in that moment. I don't have money. Yes, I have my dreams, a lot of song, and probably the capacity of I can create more things.
Right.
Was totally like a frustrating that moment. But my brother told me like, what, Angel, just do what you know very well to do. Do what you really wish, with the song, and I will support you in the moment when you have this. He presented me this guy, and later I told him like, you know what, I have this song of I don't want to give him because he don't know very well how is the process to make something like R&B or probably like new soul, maybe hip hop, because everything it's the beginning from the bebop, and the bebop blue hip hop, it's a range tree, of
Right.
genre. So
Wait,
in that
so
moment I was
Angel,
like,
this
uh-huh.
this moment that you're talking about is when you are already in Mexico, right?
Yeah, Yeah, what
Okay.
totally it was totally in Mexico. That what happened was totally in Mexico. In this guy is like, began to talk with Enrique, and present to him the idea. I mean, do it, and maybe probably I can do something for you. And I was like, okay, pro. I come one night to the apartment of this amazing guy, amazing brother too, from the same battle, from the same contest or struggle. I don't know how we can say that in that moment.
Yeah, yeah.
And I come to him to his home, and he told me like, what do you want to do, Angel? What is your idea of this song? And I was you know what? I need just a guitar. We need a microphone. Um, I need just your faith. Put the faith and just do it the right thing in the same like order of I told you. Like so engineering, like assisting of engineering in that moment. And began to put the record,
Right.
and I was okay. Let's make the guitar. I record the guitar. Later, I record the bass. Later, I told him the drum program just it's everything part onto part until we finish like the fear demo of the song. He told me, "Oh, that is the idea you have in your mind." Yeah, I finished to make the solo, and later I began to make like a air. You know what? We need more air in this song. If I sing it, I mean, I'm not the best singer. Inclusive later of my participation on this of The Voice Mexico, I see in the TV show. I never see any kind of any episode when I was in the what was it in the program. I was like, I don't want to know anything about myself and my egocentric aspect
Right.
in the TV. I don't care that experience. But that experience was really for me to confirm if I have to learn more about how to sing. Inclusive of Belinda. She told me to have to continue. To make that effort of put so to sing. I would serve a close friend of the ex-manager. The reason why I'm here in Mexico is a year, and
Mm-hmm.
I put a singer from Guatemala. Her name is sorry, Carol Villagran. She's a award-winning too of a lot of prize and the SACM here in Mexico. And
Okay.
I met her. I met her for this ex personal manager of I have in the beginning of my travel here in Mexico. So I was still like, oh, you know what? I want to I want to meet you and this production of I have, and probably we can make something, like a missing bridge, between us.
Wow.
And I give
Okay.
to the,
Okay.
the direction to her like it was like Ecuador, Guatemala, Venezuela, later Mexico. And in certain moment we make all this seal session, like a total in professional session with her, because she is a totally professional singer. And I give her like the direction, like you will sing this and this part, this la 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 la. She sing everything, and when we make the was like, oh my god, this is the song of I need. This is the song of Angel Strife. This is what I really want all the life, all the fucking time. Make this kind of music, this kind of quality, with this kind of direction, with this same teamwork. But people is not forever. So some have to take that really sadness choice of to have to break up and continue the evolution. Between
Yo, for the people who are listening, what's the name of that song?
the name of the song is La Faca, significate the knife,
La
in
Faca.
Brazilian, yeah, La Faca, in Brazilian,
Mm.
and Italian too, La Faca. It's a reference, it's a really sadness and a full reference of having the years I was doing.
The-
And
Stop of Can you give us, some ideas or some tips of how can avoid some of these problems that you?
well, you can, all this part like bad trip and any kind of history inside of the industry. Well, right now, with all this disaster like my publisher is like Warren Chappell, because this amazing guy from Matanga. He's and Warren Chappell needs to sell to this guy the song. So technically, it's like You have the song there, and in the moment when you decide to make something for your own career, something beautiful can happen. But a part of that, we are responsible of all the invest that you can put in for we can have more recognized with the label. So I was still like, oh, you know what, this doesn't work. So I prefer to tell her like, you know what, let that alone, and
Right.
give me my song later. And the moment when I have the money, I can give you something if I can consider it. But later, I would say like you're totally different in certain aspect, and I feel totally useful for you, like a tool, like a toy for you, and all my teamwork. So I prefer just to decline a little aspect in that moment. So my professional recommendation to any kind of producer, no matter Mexico, no matter any kind of country, is just be freedom. And the first year of any kind of project, just create meritocracy. Meritocracy in a project is what gives you the security of they can put a lot of invest to your project. If you don't have the fan base, if you don't have the enough streamers, if you don't have probably the enough exposition, if you don't have the right branding for they can obviously give more consolidation to your mark, your own mark, like a program or something. There's
Right.
certainly when you begin to be signed with a major league, for example, Universal, Sony, or Warner Music, they have to have artists totally verified, like verify in all the platform. Part to verify is have a totally consolidated mark, for they can use that mark for later they can sell it to with your listen. Like in this aspect, like a songwriter, like a publisher, for they can put it in movies or whatever, or put it on any kind of stage around the world. Festival, Lollapalooza, whatever. You have to first win that security with the project, with the hard work. Probably sometimes you can work in the gold desk. You have that opportunity of work in a gold desk. Or another time you can. It's more like my experience of I born in a poor place. Not like in a gold place with a lot of money, a lot of people up there came. I would put your money. The people begin to invest money in Venezuela for my project. And the moment when I begin to invest not money, it's my own capacity to believe in what I am and what I can bring. If you begin to believe I'm an artist, I'm a singer, I'm this, and the universe begin to conspire to your favor, for everything can happen in the moment more right for you. That is something of power of the mentality. Any kind of success in the world of the music is about the persistent, resistant, exist. It's something of a good friend from French teach me with his own art. Persist, resist, exist. And
Persist,
you
resist, and exist.
exist. Yeah, exist for them, exist for the public, exist for everybody who have something to reflect with your own message. That is the vision of any kind of artist. That is my recommendation to any kind of artist around the world. Just resist. Okay, it's really hard right now in this moment because the world's changing, the market's changing. You don't win anything from Spotify. Spotify just give the 18% of, give it the 20%. Inclusive, you have to pay your tax in any kind of country. So you have to develop a new kind of vision for you can begin to resist, to all the evolution of change, and don't put your resist to evolve with this changing. Just play with the new rules and use the new stuff, for you can stay, so down and just stay just believing of, oh, you know what, I have to. Obviously, you have to make a tour, you have to travel, you have to contact, you have to give this natural, real connection with the people. But it's more of put a lot of love and faith of what you made. It's not about famous. It's not about if these people hear me or not hear me. It's about what here in yourself, with what credibility you make this for yourself. For later, people can give you that, can engage with that credibility of what you are inside of you. So that is the magic with this of the art, and that was like my experience in Venezuela. It was totally disaster because it was everything in control of my project. It's like no money, no economy, no financial improvement, no any kind of support. The only support I have was, and obviously I pray for this guy, is Gustavo Casas. He was my first manager in Venezuela. He was a nominee in the Academy of Grammy Awards, the 2016, if I'm not wrong.
Okay.
And he put me in the map. He take my project in a certain moment of my life. He told me like when I began to make my music, was like everything in my room was like a totally idiot teenager was like, oh, well, I will use a Fruity Loop, and I began to experiment with sound of I can create with this computer, and later the people will begin to contact with that universe, and Venezuela began to hear, who is Angel Strife? Who is this guy? I mean, this is just ambient music. Anybody sound, anybody sing, but there's a lot of sound and a lot of intention. It was the intention of I want to create this for the people to hear something of I have behind me. It's not my terrific lie or my horrible past or my traumatic thing. No, it's something of I want to share with the people who can resist all this starting of I have in that moment of my life, my own nightmares, you know. So when I made that, this guy Gustavo Casas, he began to hear about the prayer. Later one night he just hear me playing with a cuatro and the Iceland Margarita. He told like, you know what, this guy have to play in the La Fête de la Musique in the basic of French. We have to put him. We have to put him in the lineup. And I was really, yeah, you would play that.
Kind of, what was that again? Like a lineup of what?
La Fête de la Musique. La Fête de la Musique is a festival celebrated around the world every 21 of June. In any embassy of French. It's just for celebrate the art and the freedom around the world. So that was my fear like international festival. They put me like, oh, we have to put this guy from the Iceland for represent French and represent Venezuela. So let make this together. And later was a mix up of a lot of big artists. I mean, at that moment, big artists and my vision, my like short vision, because thanks to God, I began to learn from another artists around the world, and I began to expand my vision until now.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Yeah, was a totally amazing story. In this guy, he told me like, you know, I began to invest in Angel. He invest. I don't know. I don't want to sound super, but I asked this to this EA intelligence and chat. He told me like a deduction of who is the amount of the investment. So he told me like probably like $3 million in that moment. It was a money in that moment. But it's not so much when you put in the real value, you know, around the world. For example, in the United States, it's impossible, you know, to survive just with $3 million. It's, you know, in the music, you have to invest probably like $200,000 million for any kind of beginner artist, you know. And they put all that faith with a lot of contact, a lot of government. Not the Chavez government. It's government and musician government inside, you know, like a syndicate of musicians between us, because we have to stay really apart for any kind of celebration for Chavez and all that. It was actually separation at that moment when I began to celebrate my own how is it, individuality, you know, like artist. So at that moment was totally stressful. Of if you make something, the government just want to take something of your art, because they are actually, you know, it's democratic, you know, it's cynical, you know, the treatment between all the artists there. So until now, it's really complicated. You know, I see other artists they go to Venezuela, you know, to play there, and later they put all the money in his pocket, and that money is blood money. It's like, oh my God. I mean, recently I see Natalia Furcade playing there. It's like, oh my God. I mean, I don't go to my country to bring money and later just use that money for continue to expand my vision of big artists. You know, that is irrational already. You know, for example, you have to be really smart for just take care of your credibility and meritocracy in that aspect. For in the day tomorrow when this happened, the people don't forget, like, oh, I remember when a moment when how you come here, you go to that country, later you use the money of that people was that for you continue to celebrate your own fandango, for example. You know, that is the most closer example. I don't want to sound bad because
it's cool, man. Yo, so Angel, what is so in that case? What is like what's your vision? Like what is your vision of how you're gonna move this your company? You know,
I mean, that is a good question, my brother, because right now the movement with all industry technically is evolving in a way so fast, so furious, like a movie. You know, it's like a movie. One day you have this part, later you have the episode, later you have the OVA of all the three first episodes, because we have this like I don't want to sound stressful. It's like a new kind of contradictory enemy, because the EA, you know, all this artificial intelligence is gonna begin to be
AI, right?
The AI is actually stressful and painful to all the artists. More of nothing for all the question of the royalty, how we have to protect all the songwriter royalty. Inclusive, recently, Universal Music, they have a a really structural problem because Billie Eilish was, the voice of her was used with intelligent for make a new song and began to make royalty, with his own voice, and the people of the publisher, the society of songwriter, they began to pay to this guy, and she was, oh my god, but that's not me. I mean, that's my boy, but that's not me. So you have to be really, really careful, with the use of this new kind of stuff and tool, and because it's gonna be like a double edge, can be like so good in a way can be so good, but in the really high way can be really so bad, all that. So I'm prepared right now with my container record, something more like more fast, like more interaction directly with the publisher. It's like, oh, you know what? We made your song. Probably sometime if the artists have all the talent, what we offer in container record is like, you know what? You have the talent. You have to pay anything because the world is ending right now. I mean, sometimes I can put a price for this. If obviously the people or the artists or the label or probably the business have the capital for investing in something good, I can use all my resources for it. I can bring you something of really big quality, inclusive in the same quality of the industry right now in the United States or any kind of planet. But obviously exists a limit, for this limit of the fantasy. Later we have the limit of the reality, and we begin the limit of reality. What's my reality? Oh, I don't have money, but I have a talent, I have a dream, and I need somebody who can believe, maybe somebody who can give me the chance for bring this dream, and to all the people. And that moment is when Container Record we end. We enter with artists. It's like, oh, you know what? I don't want to lie to you. The industry is changing every day. So what we offer to you is like, I bring to you the song. I don't want to take anything about that song. The only purpose here with Container Records is bring more exposure to all the new talent, all the new wave of artists. It's gonna be the future, for the musician. And this is a hard decision because it is like, no, but that's insane. You have to win money. No, I have to try with right now. Thanks to God, I know about the talent of the project of not talent. This guy don't want to sound egocentric. I know very well about the opportunity of what I can bring with my own project, my personal project, like Angel Strife. So that opportunity of I can bring to my own project, I want to offer to a new artist. If I bring something like in my own best, like artists, oh, I have this contact where you can be part of, of a tiny disc concert, or probably like something in So Far Sound, or probably for UK Sound, this UK selector with the British Council in London, something like that. All this stuff I can feel for my own career. I want to give that to a new talent. Inclusive, I can bring like a program for these new artists. They want to join with this new family. So that is the vision of Container Record right now. And
it's
obviously,
like the keys, right?
It's like the keys. It's like I give you the keys for you can bring your own opportunity. The only thing you have to do is just believe in yourself. Believe and don't abuse for this. Bring the same opportunity of I bring to you for this can be a change of favor to around the world. That is everything on the record, and that is what I understand later when I see all the disaster and all the bad manifestation and all these favor have a price. All these favor have a price. All the favor have a price. You know what? The music don't have a price. The music is free, bro. But you put a price to everything, and that is why it don't happen the miracle, because you put a price to your own miracle. And the miracle don't have a price. It's impossible you can put a price to a miracle. That is what I see at the beginning. It's like,
yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you. Yeah.
You
don't want to limit that, right? You don't want to limit that thing.
It's like if your dream is really big and you put a price, big mistake. It's like put everything in risk. If you don't have the value and the mentality value of say, I can make this with my own value. I don't need the money or the talent to anybody. Just I have to do it for myself. If somebody wants to incorporate this, we put a value, But you have to be responsible with the value of another person. If I want to use that voice, I have to use that with responsibility. And obviously, we have to take a deal, Until it's not a deal like 50-50, It's more like I promise you, that is the more difficult and hard, and in a certain aspect, the more hard reaction we have like producers. It's like I don't want to lie to you. I want to make this for you can have your success. But I can promise this: if you don't push to yourself to make the 100,000% of yourself, you can make the miracle. That is something like artist I have to put with some time with my own risk in my career. Until now, I left a lot of my career because it was like a, you know what, I know very well the shadow behind of industrial music. So I'm more smart. I'm more smart to before to make any kind of step or decision until the way of hacking. I can have my own mental health, because the more important thing you have to save, in this career is your mental health. When you lost your mental health, bad thing can happen. Inclusive, just look, rest in peace, Amy Winehouse. Amy Winehouse is she's the you know of, a big name of Amy Winehouse. But when I see what happened to her, rest in peace again, in a little plate to his family, that scared my heart. What's like, this is what made
Yeah, for sure. It
industry.
is sad. I mean,
You
like
know,
when you see
it
that
is not
happening,
happening
yeah.
only with her. It happened with a lot of. Yeah, I don't want to see to any artist happen something like her. And I love her. I love her so much, and that
Yeah.
that break my heart. It was like a point of reality when I see all the people don't help her. Just take your photos and you'll see her, walking the street alone. Was like a, what insane world I'm living. What insane world I'm living. And I was totally younger. I have like probably 18 years. When that happened. Rest in peace again, my beautiful twin flame. That is what I
Yo,
try to bring
bro,
with
for
container
sure,
records. Something,
man.
don't put your
Yes, for sure. I
it's
hear what you're saying, man.
bro.
Yo, anyway, I just want to let you know, Angel, that we're actually
Yeah,
down to our last minute or two, right? And you have a single that you just released, right? El
yeah,
Peor de los Miedos, right? Can you tell us a
yeah,
bit about this new single that you released? And yeah, you can give us some closing words, bro.
yeah. Well, thanks, bro. Thanks for the invitation again in this amazing program. Yeah, the words of the fears, El Puerto de los Miedos, is a really beautiful combination, of lo-fi afrobeat, experimental sound, more like probably like a urban pop. I know how to definitely. I know how to put in a genre of this music, because I try to bring something totally multicultural but totally original. And I bring up an amazing performer from Venezuela. Right now, she's resident in French. Her name is Andrea Lucia. The people can find her like Nena and Spotify.
A
I,
big
I
shout out
invite
to
to
Nena.
everybody. Nena, it's just
Right.
her music. She made like R&B, but with B of black, more like B of Venezuela. So she have this new kind of style, and I began to met his music in Venezuela before to come here to Mexico, and I was with that little wish of, I want to make something with her. I want to make something with her. And that moment, I began to make this. I finished to make this album. I invite you everybody to hear the first album of we make with a lot of amazing family too. And obviously search to Maritza Merck, La Faca in English version. You will love a
La
lot
Faca.
but with Maritza Merck, the English version, you will love a lot that version
Okay.
too. Um, and when I finished to make this new this third album, I began to design. I finished to make the second album right now, and inclusive I have already about. I was just taking one of the 10 song, probably like 11 song, and I take this fear song, like the word of the fear, and I began to tell her, and I bring to the idea like, hey, you know what, I want to, if you can include something of your voice there. Was amazing. Was amazing experience. I think recently we will begin to design all the visual content for the video official video here in Mexico. So it's about the bad relation, bad influence. The song have that deep background behind bad influence, bad relation. How to say goodbye to something will never happen or never have a really high. How to have that beautiful cut or sometimes necessary cut,
Right.
intolerance cut in a relation, and how to raise yourself. When you are in risk of the shadow of another person, of not yourself. So
Yeah, that's
so that
perfect,
is,
man. We
yeah,
really
yeah.
love having you on the show. Thank you for coming on, my brother. And
No,
I'm
thank
sure we're
you.
going to hear a lot that's coming out of you and your site. I'm sure we're gonna hear a lot of that coming out. And so we want to invite you again the next time, the next season. Want to get you back on the show again.
Yeah.
And we're gonna chop it up some more. We're gonna talk some more the next time.
Yeah.
And thank you very much for coming on the show, Angel Strife,
everybody.
ladies and gentlemen. And we'll catch you real soon, brother. Peace.
Thank you to all who joined us here on That Foreign Show. It's been awesome. I'm Celestine Angel.
And I'm Isaac Crouch, and we'll see you next Friday. Have a great weekend, y'all.